Hey, welcome back to Wise Guys BBQ Podcast. I'm the left side, Charlie. My best friend, Vin Picardo, the right side. My other best friend, Tony Two Smokes Parenti. We've got a great show for you. What are we going to do today, Vin?
Oh, we got. I'm going to let Tony tell you because Tony, thank you for being back.
Yeah,
we got
absolutely.
such a overwhelming resound from our audience to have you back. It's absolutely great, and I know you got something special for us today. What do you got special for us today, Tony?
Well, first, thank you guys for inviting me back. It's been a fantastic ride. It's only going to get better. What we do have for you, we did smoke a maple bourbon rabbit.
Nice.
So we have the rabbit there, and also we did a pork loin. We did the pork loin two ways. The first way is with my private spice rub that's there, just so you can taste the flavor of what we use as our base. And then the second one has a little sweet and heat, which we like heat.
Nice.
Sweet and heat. So you have those three options to try.
So
that's what
I'm
we did.
just guessing. Is this where you got your nickname, Tony Two Smokes? Is this where you're smoking twice every time? What's going on with that name? Tony?
Absolutely. Smoking twice, when I drink a lot of water because you got to hydrate. So you just have one in each hand. So it's, always having duplicates of a lot of things. So that's
Nice.
exactly where it came
I think
from.
his exact words were, we're smoking. We'll smoke something else, too.
There you go. There you go.
We had wasted rack space. You can't
Waste rack
waste
space.
rack
That's
space.
correct.
Now let's just, I don't want to take too long because I want to get into this video and I don't want our audience cutting away. But,
Yeah.
why rabbit? Is it something special to your family? I know you mentioned you haven't done one in a while, but
So growing up in the Italian family, we didn't do it a lot, but it was one of the specialty moments that my dad did every now and then. So it kind of more nostalgic, I would say, in a way for us. Going back to the roots, it just reminds me of the past, which is good, and you learn from the past, but that's kind of what it's more for us.
got it. All right, great.
Let me just tell, for some friends of ours and some people we may know, Tony made his bones this weekend, with this rabbit. But I just want to give everybody a kind of idea of the kind of person we're dealing with here. So he says he wants to smoke a rabbit. Great, outside the box.
Yeah, great idea.
He'd done it once a long time ago. And I thought, when I went online and did some investigation, a lot of recipes for smoking rabbit. Great idea. So I get to this character's house, and it just dawns on me, he used to own a rabbit as a pet for years. A huge rabbit. And so this character goes to his wife, hey, you going to try some of the rabbit we cooked?
Your poor wife.
She was horrified.
Oh, my goodness.
She was horrified, and it was so funny. But, yeah, if it comes to a barbecue, this guy's not going to let something, like an ex-pet or something like that get in the way. He's going to take care of business.
Awesome. Well, let's check that video out. So
Let's see it.
all right, go.
Hey, so it's Charlie from Wise Guys BBQ Podcast. I'm here with my partner, Backyard Tony Parenti, and we've got an interesting cook, something different, out of the box. Tony, why don't you tell me what it's all about?
Well, so we were talking, if you guys listened to the podcast about a month ago, and you hopefully liked, shared, and, did all that good stuff with the bell, that you would know that today's the day we're doing rabbit. The question was why? Because I haven't done it in about 10 years, and who doesn't love a good rabbit when it's cooked right?
All right, man. Well, let's get into it. You're gonna show us how you're gonna do a brine, and then tomorrow we'll do some seasoning, and then we'll get it on the smoker.
Absolutely. It's a two-part process. So we're going to brine it for 6 to 12 hours tonight. Come back early in the morning, get the smoker ready, and let it rock.
Awesome. Can't wait.
Cool, let's do it.
All right.
All right, so as we're here, as you know, we're going to be doing a nice bunny today. So let me show you here. So when it comes, it came nice and simple. It's 2.5 pounds. It does have the kidneys, does have the hearts. Some people love the meats like that, the internal organs. It's your choice, your preference. We'll throw them on anyway in case someone does want to try them. But outside of that, we're going to do the brine. So starting with the brine, get a gallon of water right here. Now, one thing to do is when you're doing it, it's going to have to go in the fridge for 6 to 12 hours. So prior to this, I did check the fridge to make sure that this pot does fit. And I made sure that the bunny fits too, because if it doesn't fit, you don't want to do all this for nothing, right? Now, we're using pink Himalayan salt. Why? Because that's the only salt we have in the house. I checked, we don't have anything else, but we're going to do a 1/2 cup of salt. Put that in there. Now, next we got some brown sugar. I'm using the light brown sugar here. You can use the dark brown if you like it, but I think because we're actually using maple syrup, I didn't want to go with it too dark. So that's why I went with the light. And again, another 1/2 cup here. Just gonna go right in. You see how much I measured. If you're a little over, You can't go wrong. It's always great. Now, maple syrup, again, we're going to put that in a minute, and I'm going to tell you why. We're going to hold that off. We're going to do a little bit of rosemary here, about 2 tablespoons. 2 or 3, a little bit. Okay, now, the next thing what we're going to do is bourbon. So this is Willet's bourbon. It's a great bourbon. It's a good sipping bourbon. Now, one thing that I've always learned and been taught is that you never cook with any type of alcohol if you won't drink it. So, in order to make sure it's drinkable, me and Chip have to have a little sip just to, just to make sure it's good. Because if it's no good, we're not going to use it.
And we want to, for our listeners, just test things first before they try.
Yeah, absolutely. Here you go, try that one.
Which one do I get?
You get that one.
All right.
Yep. Cheers.
Salute.
Salute. There's a little bit of cherry finish in the back end. So that's really one of the reasons and the main notes. So it is sweet. There we go. Look at that. Just enough. Perfect.
Beautiful.
So we'll put that in. Let that go for now. Now I can use this cup for the maple syrup. That's the reason I didn't want it to, hinder what we're doing. There we go. Half a cup of this. That goes in here. Now, in true wise guy fashion, besides, utilizing some alcohol every now and then, we're going to go with some chipotle pepper. I do like a little heat. We're not putting a lot, but I think the back end is going to help it just enough to make it
Get a little kick.
Now, we got a little buddy here. Goes right in. And you can see it fits pretty much perfectly. We are going to throw the organs in just because we have them. And that'll sit right like that. It's 6 to 12 hours. Now, I will flip it in about 3 hours just to make sure that we get everything, because you want to make sure it all stays down. And then there you go, sir. All right, hey, so we're back after about 12 hours. It's been chilling in the fridge. So we just pulled out, as you can see. You can see it's a little bit darker, but what I really want you to see is look at this marinade. So remember, we're doing a smoked maple bourbon rabbit. Next step is we're going to do our marinade, or I should say our rub. So the ingredients we have is mustard for the binder. Now, one thing about the binder, you can use almost anything, is to keep the spices on the meat. And you don't really have that flavor. It doesn't really come through, so mustard is a great binder. We have maple syrup. We have light brown sugar, smoked paprika, black pepper, and then a special seasoning salt I talked about before. It's my sister's recipe. If you look at this, it's just amazing. Has a little bit of everything. If you can taste it and guess what's in there, you're all in. But I'm not telling you. It's a secret rub, baby. So it's just, about a little bit, about that. That's about a quarter cup of maple syrup. This would be about a quarter cup of, I hear more of the brown sugar. So that goes in there. Then a quarter cup of, a tablespoon of smoked paprika. Okay, a little bit of black pepper. Again, about a tablespoon because we don't want too much. And then the kicker here is my sister's seasonings. We do about 2 tablespoons. Now, this does have some salt, pepper, and a lot of other things, but it's the other things. So now we're just gonna mix it. And again, as you can see, it'll start to come together. It's gonna take a little bit, but not a problem. It's kind of a little sticky. And for mustard, any old will do. What we're looking for here is a good coat of the rabbit with the mustard, because you want it to really stick. So we got the front. Now we're just gonna flip it. Add a little bit more. And again, it's gonna just get a nice binding. Now, we will be adding some of this glaze actually at the end once we're done. When it cooks, just about a half an hour before it comes off the smoker, we're gonna add a little bit more really to crisp up and glaze. So right now we got a pretty much good mix here. We're gonna let this sit for about 15 to 20 minutes while we start the charcoal. I want it to just relax, get to room temperature. And then when we put it on, it's gonna just suck up the heat and the smoke. As far as the smoke, as you know, we are doing the smoked maple bourbon rabbit, but we're using cherry wood. Now, the reason we're using cherry wood is because it's gonna bring out the notes of the maple. It's gonna bring out the notes of the bourbon, and it's just gonna be a really all-around flavor. So when you taste it on your palate from front to back, there's gonna be different flavors popping. Or hopping, but that's what we want. So we're gonna do that. Next, we're gonna go and get the grill set up, and you'll see the smoker, and we'll be good to go. See you in a few. All right, so now we're gonna light our charcoal. Again, once it gets going, at least 15, 20 minutes, because it's gonna burn really well. You want a good fire. You don't want it to go out like my lighter's doing. There we go. There we go. So now we're just gonna let it go. Let it get nice and hot and red, and then once we're done, we're gonna start assembling it. Put some charcoal, some of the chips on it, and assemble it, and then let it just go for about 2.5 to 3 hours. All right, so now you can see our charcoal's ready. We're gonna start assembling our smoker. Okay, so in here we have the bowl. Now, it's always good, make sure the seal is there. You wanna put some liquid in there, as we've talked about, and you can do different things. What I like to do is recycle. So, as you can see, our fantastic brine that went, we're gonna utilize the brine, because why waste it? And this is where these gloves come in handy, because they're 600 degrees handle, and I don't feel a thing. Last thing you wanna do is burn yourself. So, that's there. Next, we have a rack. That's gonna go right on top. Now, in this smoker, you can have 2 racks, and you can do 2 different meats or 2 different levels of meat. And when the grill gets stuck, you're gonna move the gloves. Okay, now, what we're gonna do is, since we have extra meat and we have the smoke, why waste it? We have 1 pork loin, which is just my favorite seasoning. Right? The secret one. This has some sweet and heat with the seasoning. So we're gonna leave those there. Now, the top rack comes in. And then now we're gonna just prepare the rabbit. Next. All right, as you guys can see, we've taken it out. We've rubbed it, let it sit for about half an hour. Now I had some left over, so we're just re-rubbing a little extra, because you can never have too much flavor. So we're just adding it to this before we put it on the smoker. So now this is the next step. But just gonna spread it out a little bit so it fits nice and easy. Now, one thing is always, I always open these a little bit. Now we have our wood chunks, which have been in the water. So we just dry them out a little bit, and we'll be replacing these. So if you want to, you can kind of get in here and look. You're gonna see that we got a nice fire going, and we're gonna just get some good wood all the way around the edge. These are the bigger pieces that were in the system. What I like to do is these little pieces that come in the bag, they're not gonna be that great. So I like to throw them in just to get some real fire going. Just like you're at a campfire, you can smell it, and just the little small ones, it gives you a little bit of smoke, I think, and it keeps the fire going. So that's gonna be that for there. All right, so we're about 35, 40 minutes in. You can see the smoke is starting to dissipate very little, which is doing well. So I just pulled some more wood out of the water. Just kind of shake off the excess. As you can see, there's always some excess water. So we're gonna do that, and we're gonna just throw these in. So if you wanna look at this here, this doesn't really get hot, so I don't need gloves for this, but we're gonna just show in here, and you can kind of see that it's going. There is some wood in there still, but it's on its way, so we're gonna add a little bit more, just to the edge. And then, as I always do, I always put a little handful of the normal wood in, unwatered, nice and dry. So we should be good. The smoke is gonna continue. If you want, you can only see the pork, but it's looking really pretty, my friend. If you can see right in there. So I can just imagine what the rabbit's gonna look like. All right, guys, we about half an hour left, so we're gonna pull off. We're gonna start basting it right now, so you're gonna get a sneak peek of what it looks like.
Wow.
If you can see through all this. if I can see through all this. But see, it's nice. It's getting there. It's pretty. We're going to have all this here. Nice little glaze. No sense in wasting it. There we go. All right, so we're temping it, and it's coming out at 161. And the perfect temperature is between 160 and 165. So perfect timing, guys. Remember, before I forget, like, follow, and share this stuff. So we have everything all set. We're going to set it aside. We're going to grab one of my knives, which I'm going to go with the small one. Great knives, by the way. Love them. So now, we're going to come right in here. Nice.
Nice cut.
Look at that. Here, just coming nice and easy. Oh my gosh. You guys, you wish you were here. I'm telling you. Look at this. Now, as you can see, we have great grill marks, but it's caramelized like a caramel because of the glaze. So we'll set that aside. That's good. I don't know if you can hear the crunch when I hit the skin, but it's a crunch, crunch. Fantastic. All right, feel free. Again, yeah, and just look, when you squeeze it, the juice comes out a little bit. I don't know if you can see that, but it comes out. Anyway, cheers. Oh man, let me tell you something. It's moist, it's flavorful, and the flavors are just hopping all over your mouth, the front to the back where your taste buds are. And as it goes down, you have the finish of the cherry wood and the finish from the bourbon. You just, oh my gosh. You guys gotta try it. Listen, we're gonna post everything on the website, what we did. Any questions, you can always reach out to us. And two things I wanna definitely comment. First, I wanna thank Nelia at the Meat Bar for providing not just the rabbit, but the pork loins. They're fantastic. And you gotta go up there, you gotta stop in. They have everything you want. So again, thank you to Nelios. Thank you, to Vin and Chip for helping this out. And we just appreciate everything. Remember guys, like, follow, and share. See you next time.
Oh, that Tony, you know what? That's just amazing. I mean, your setup, your preparation with the brine and the rub. Oh my God, that was a culinary adventure. I mean, you guys, tell me a little bit about, everything, how you went into getting. And I got to just say this because I think it's great. And I'm going to say two things. One, thought it was a great idea that you measure your fridge for the pan and the rabbit in the pan, because I can't tell you how many times I made that mistake. And tell me about those gloves. Like, what were those rated? I mean, as far as
so the gloves were rated for 600 degrees. The backstory is I had them, of course, once we got the fire going and it's good to go.
Yeah.
I put, the first on it. I went to hit the bottom to adjust the air coming in because you have to,
of course,
play with that. So what do? I don't use the gloves.
Nope.
I'm like, ow, that hurt. And Charlie goes, gloves, right? You got them? What are they rated for? So that was the ongoing joke, which you didn't really know. But, yeah, I burnt my finger right away.
Yeah.
Because I'm like so used to just doing it by hand.
No, I mean, you bring up a great point, right? Your smoker is a real smoker. I'm a lazy smoker. I got the pellet grill. You throw it in there, turn on the electricity, and just let it go. I enjoy it. I enjoy the cooking that way. But I mean, you're soaking the wood. You're replenishing the wood. You're keeping. Not only that, you can't have smoldering wood, so you got some dry wood going in to keep the flame up and the charcoal up. I mean, it's a lot of work. And you're venting the bottom. You're venting the top to get a good airflow to keep that consistent temperature. It's a lot of work. I mean, you're babysitting a fire for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. How many times? I mean, really, how many times do you go out and add some wood or?
In the 2.5 hours. After it started, we checked it probably twice. So
yeah, so you were pretty accurate.
Yeah,
as to how to keep that temperature. But it came out fantastic too. I was very impressed with the whole process. That glaze that you made, and I was just dipping my finger in it and eating it. It was so good.
I love the spoon. You used it 3 times. I mean, you brined with it.
Yep.
Then whatever was left over, you put it in the bottom of the smoker to give that enhance. And then you had your glaze that, even though you glazed prior to the cook, you glazed a half hour out from finishing too.
Yep.
So, no, it was great job. I would have loved to have been there to experience the whole cooking process. I enjoy the cooking process. I would have, that's where I would have been. I would have been right down on the deck with you, checking that out. That's awesome.
Well done, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, good job. So, I don't know. I see a plate here. What's going on? What's this stuff?
So we have a sampler. We have smoked maple bourbon rabbit.
All right.
So that's what we have. And then we have, since we did 2 pork loins, we have a sample of each. One has the hot and sweet finish, so you'll have a little spice. 1 to 10, probably a 2 or a 3.
Okay.
And then we have just a standard rub, which is my basic rub that I use on almost everything. So this way I figured let you guys have a sample flavor of what we utilize so you can see what my base is. Because as you know, every home cook, every professional cook, they always have a secret sauce. They have something that, that they either throw in that no one knows about or something different. So that's mine. I figure I let you guys try it so you can get a flavor.
It's like a painter's palette. You have to have a spread of your culinary experts. I love it.
Correct.
I love it.
All right. So what we're going to do now, we have the sorbet. Now, as you most of you know, that's a palate cleanser, so we want them to taste it. So, Chip, Charlie, please take, if you want to do the rabbit first.
Yep,
There
definitely.
you go.
Oh, thank you.
Yep.
I got a fork here. I always keep a fork in my pocket.
Hey,
Which
you
one's
know.
the rabbit? This one here?
Yep, the one closest to you, any piece.
Oh, I got one.
Yep, there you go.
Look at the crispy skin on this. Folks, I don't know if you can see this, but this is amazing.
The smokiness really has taken hold from, as compared to like when we got it right out of the smoker.
Yeah.
Like it's really like
Marinated.
what a
amplified. Yeah.
What a nice sweet taste up front. I'm not getting a lot of the bourbon, but I'm getting a little bit of spice now in the back. Oh, that's good, Tony. Good job. That's nice. Now, folks, we're eating this leftover cold, and I'm going to say it's kind of like gives you an idea of eating like a little piece of jerky, but not dry like jerky. This thing is so tender in the center. It's awesome.
That's a great analogy. I was trying to think what it tasted like. I was kind of like chicken, but not chicken. But yeah, it's got kind of a jerky flavoring.
No, it doesn't taste like chicken.
Yeah.
You're not going to get a chicken like that. That's delicious. Good job.
And then before you try the pork, have a little bit of the sorbet.
So we got a lemon sorbet here.
Lemon sorbet.
Limoncello sorbet.
It has to be limoncello.
That's it.
I mean, it's Wise Guys. So no, that's good.
Yummy.
So
Gotta have
try
one
that.
more spoon.
Try that.
I have a big
Pork.
palate. I got a lot of
There
clay.
you go.
I can put some in my shoe
So you're
too.
gonna go with this one here,
Okay.
and that one is gonna be just the secret rub.
Wow,
Secret rub.
Is that tender?
Compared to the other ones got heat, right?
Yes, the next one will have a little heat.
Oh yeah.
Love it.
Totally different taste than the rabbit.
Yep.
So you know you're doing some good stuff when you're cooking this. You know what I mean? You're not just following along. Whatever's in the smoker, it is. No.
Now, even though they were in the smoker with the same water bath to keep it moist, the flavor profiles all three are totally separate and distinct.
But I'm getting a lot more smoke flavor off this compared to the rabbit. Maybe because it's a bigger piece of meat.
Yep, and there was no skin on the pork either, so it was able to penetrate it easier.
Gotcha. This is like a pork loin?
Correct. Both were
Okay.
pork loin.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good stuff. I'm sorry, but I need
Now
to
for
take.
the third one.
I need to try another piece of that rabbit. I'm sorry.
There you go.
Oh, I gotta cleanse.
Look at that. Look at that skin.
I've never been so clean. My palate's never been so clean. It's gonna go all
So
over.
the next is the spicy
All right,
pork.
you want me to ram it right down it? Would you
Well,
spice one
have
this
a
one?
little- Come on. Cleanse the
Shotgun
palate.
it.
Cleanse the
Shotgun
palate.
it.
Cleanse the palate.
Cannonball coming.
Cleanse the palate, he says.
Once you get the flavors.
Put your pinky up. Pinky up. There you go.
I'm not sure I've ever cleansed my palate before. That's just-
Nor will he
And
ever
that's-
again.
Then any part of that pork right there, that's the sweet and heat.
Tony, this is a treat. I got to tell you, I really appreciate you doing this. So I figured out what I want you to cook instead.
Good.
screw the pull.
Oh, listen, it's like anything else. We dictate the winner of the bowl.
That's right,
We just
exactly.
take their input.
Shh.
yeah, don't tell those. There's people we may know out
Oh,
there.
this one's spicy.
It's not. Well,
A little kick to
so
it.
again, I probably should say to me it's a 3, but I do like a lot of heat. So next time you guys do hot sauce, I'm in.
Yeah.
I'll bring my own if I have to.
Oh,
you
yeah.
can't like judge his like saying something's hot and spice. I once watched this guy eat a tablespoon of wasabi at a Chinese buffet until there was green foam coming out of his nose.
Yeah.
My son was like,
yummy.
I don't know, 8 or 10 years old, and was terrified.
He was.
Thought Tony was going to die.
Is he dead?
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
so I love
that's
hot.
good stuff.
No, very good. It does have a little
So
Yeah.
the mistake I might have made was I put the whole medallion in my mouth at once, and I kind of like was rubbing my tongue against
Mm-hmm.
it. So I was probably getting extra heat from that. But it's not like one of those get it out of my mouth.
No,
heats.
no.
It's just
No, it's still mild. You have it, but it's not
it's good.
fire burning, fire breathing yet.
Good job. So so you picked the stuff up at Meat Bar.
Yeah, I got all of it at Meat Bar at Neilio's. He had the rabbit. We got the pork loin, and actually, my son was getting promoted on the Sunday in the military, so we had a cookout the night before.
Okay.
After this, I put more food on. So we got the bourbon, ribs, the beef tips, the bourbon.
The beef tips. Yep.
We got those. We got his smoked sausage, and we got another one of the ribs.
Okay.
And the tips. So it was great.
Yeah, I tried his sausage once. I'm not a some of those flavored sausages that get lost on me. I just like a good Graziano, hot Italian sausage. That's me all day long.
I agree.
But his beef tips. Oh my God, especially
Tremendous.
the Brazilian.
We got the Brazilian and the bourbon.
Yeah, the
Yep.
Brazilian's awesome. I love that. That was delicious.
Yeah, folks, if you haven't been to the Meat Bar in Attleboro, go up there and see Neilio. He has got a plethora of wonderful rubs and sauces and a nice deli case, and he makes great sandwiches.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great spot. Go check it out.
Yeah.
You also door dashes. So right now, get on
Yeah, I
door
didn't know
dash.
that. Wow.
Yeah, as long as it's like before 6 p.m., you
Yep.
can get some nice fresh sandwiches right to your door. So
Fantastic.
check that out for sure. So this was a treat.
So, T, you touched on this briefly. And, I love your son to death. Tell me about how he got promoted this past weekend. This is great stuff. He's chosen to serve his country, and I love hearing all the stuff that he's accomplished. In his career with the military and the National Guard.
Yeah, no, he's doing great. So he went in about 9 years ago, went in under artillery, first deployed to Kuwait and Iraq as military police. He volunteered to go. That a week later from being there, that's when COVID hits.
Oh boy.
So he was there, but it was good. He was on the base. He did fine.
Yep.
Came back, and then he was supposed to be sergeant over there, but then it didn't happen because of COVID.
Yeah, sure.
Came back, he reclassed, and he's in aviation. So now he's a Black Hawk crew chief. Crew
Oh
dog.
wow.
Yeah, so he loves it. So he's been doing that for a few years, about 4 years. He was deployed to Kosovo a year and a half ago, so he did that. And then this past season for voting for the government, he was in state deployment, running people from D.C. all the way up to the Northeast.
Oh, wow.
And he just got promoted to E6, which is staff sergeant.
Oh man.
So he's running a lot of the crew dogs now.
Congratulations.
Yeah, he's doing great. He's running the crew dogs now. He's staff sergeant. And actually, he's leaving in 2 weeks to go to flight school in Colorado.
Oh man.
And when he comes back, he'll be the flight instructor. So when they all fly, they all have to be signed off on to make sure that they can do it. So he'll be flying with all of them and the people that need accreditation or need to confirm that they've done X, Y, and Z to keep their ability to fly. He'll be signing off on all of that. So he's
so cool.
He loves it. He's doing great. He was built for it. He was
What's his name?
He was built for the
Daniel.
NFL.
Angel?
Daniel.
Daniel.
So he was-
Daniel, congratulations. Good
was-
for you.
he
man.
was-
Then you
Keep
got to
up the
see this
hard
kid.
work.
He's like 6'5", like 240 pounds.
Oh my God.
He's enormous.
He was a
I
competitive
don't even
swimmer.
know how he fits in a helicopter.
Oh, well, the funny thing is, where he sits, the window is about this big by about that big, and he has and 3/4 of his body's hanging out. We laugh at it, but he was a competitive swimmer, and as Charles said, he's a beast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
But he loves it. He was built for that stuff, so he's really good.
Great.
Thank you for sharing that. I love stories about people serving our country, and I'm so proud of him.
Yeah, thank you.
It was a
Good
treat.
job.
Now, Tony, we got to get you more involved with the station. I know you kind of represent our listeners that are the backyard barbecue folks. So I think more of these cooks, if you're so inclined, would be fantastic. And I would love to. You can do it wherever. We could do it right here if you like. You could do it back at your place. I know Meg would love to do some of the filming of those for you, so we can get a nice, crisp understanding of what you're going through and the cooks. That'd be great.
That was a little dig. You didn't like my camera work.
No, I didn't. I tried to cut you out as much as you
Kept talking.
You kept talking and
couldn't help it.
interfering. I was like, oh, I got to cut it again, for God's sakes.
That's how I get out of ever doing it again.
Well, have you put any thought into what you want to cook? You were talking September, I think.
Yeah, so September, maybe October. I'm open to anything. I don't shy away from stuff. And if I've never done it, I would love to try it.
Yeah.
So, smoking, like I've done duck in the past. I've done deer. So those are 2 options.
Okay.
I like it. I was thinking like red meat. Like I love ostrich. And it's a very lean, no-fat meat.
Really?
So, yeah.
Where the hell do you get ostrich?
Well, I've got it in
Exotic
restaurants.
Meats website on the.
That'll work.
Yeah.
But it's red. It looks just like a normal beef, but it's almost 0% fat.
Wow.
So that's going to be interesting of how do we do it. Maybe we brine it. Maybe, we don't. Maybe we just inject it.
Yeah.
So it doesn't dry out.
Correct. So something like that. Heck, we could go on the other end and let's try seafood. Could do octopus. Let's, we could do something like that
Octopus is a
too.
good
Guys, we're
idea.
not cooking octopus.
Why?
They're
Why?
smart.
If
Well,
they're
maybe we
smart,
should
they
have
wouldn't get
dolphin
caught.
next time. Or
Listen.
whale.
So related to the dolphin is mahi mahi. I'm in for mahi mahi. That's my
There you
favorite
go.
fish. But if octopuses were so smart, how come they get caught?
Yeah, all the time.
They're also very curious.
But can't they pick the lottery or something? I mean, they're that
They
kind
can pick a
smart.
lock.
They can go anywhere too. There's like no backbone with them. They can go anywhere. But
So-
those are some options. But if you guys have any options, if any of the listeners have any options, write in, let them know.
Well, what might be a good idea is we can go on social media and we can give them a little poll. Take some of your suggestions and give them like 4 or 5 options and let them pull it up for us and see what they want to do. And we'll go from there. We can actually visit it back and say what's leading, what's not leading. That'd be cool.
Yeah,
That'd be really cool.
Maybe do something exotic that's legal.
Yeah.
Alligator.
Boar, frog legs.
Oh, no frog legs?
No frog legs and no chicken
octopus.
thighs.
Yeah, chicken thighs.
No, I'm going to conquer that fear of chicken thighs if it kills me.
Sounds good.
I have an idea.
All right.
Share it
Well,
on the room.
I'll share this little tidbit. I was got a chance to do a little vacation with my wife not too long ago. We ended up flying home from Malta, and we were down there. And sure enough, which made me think of you guys back home, getting homesick real quick, was they had a rabbit ragu, spaghetti with rabbit ragu. So I was, it was interesting to see it, and it was in a like a resort hotel. So, they're going to screw around with the menu, right? Let's face it. They're going to play with some things and they're going to say, hey, we got rabbit. So I'm like, I asked the maitre d', I was like, hey, can you tell me what's going on here? Like, is this something you guys just came up with? Is it something local to the resort? And she told me, she said, oh no, you must not have been in Malta very long. This is something very, very, indicative of Malta. Every restaurant will serve a rabbit ragu. It's like their go-to dish of Malta. So I was like, all right, I got to try it now. So they served it, and it was in a red sauce. Sauce was a little spicy, not bad at all. It was very tasty, very good. Not like a bolognese. It was like nice, clean tomato puree, and the rabbit was just delicious, tender. Obviously, it was stewing in a pot, different than smoking on a grill, but super, super tender and delicious. So
Bones and everything, or just sliced?
no, they took pretty much what
Like we got right here.
Tony did. He took the tenderloin off the back and they sliced it like those little kind of medallions, maybe 1/8 inch thickness, and it had it scattered out in the sauce on your pasta. So it was
Nice.
it was awesome. Like you would have maybe I don't know, sliced chicken on a pasta or something, pasta Alfredo, same kind of a thing.
Yep.
But red sauce, spaghetti, and rabbit. It was really, really good. It was tasty, and it was excellent. So I think that'd be great. I think we come back in September with another video, and we'll let our audience decide what might be. Why don't you give us a little list of alligator puree or
Yeah.
however you want to prepare the dishes you're in between, and we'll let them vote it out.
I think that's a great idea.
I do too.
And
Fantastic.
I've watched the Food Network over the years, so maybe we even get really creative over the years and pick a dish from a different country that could be twisted to smoke. Like you guys do a lot with Tommy the Butcher, where you make it a Wise Guy version
of it. Yeah.
So maybe if we knew someone from, I don't know, the Pacific Rim, I don't know, someone that might be local that's here that might be from there, maybe. She might be able to have ideas of a local home dish that she misses. Right, Meg? And you never know. It could work.
Yeah, I'm all for it. No pressure. All right, folks. Well, another week's past us. It's Friday night. Get out there, eat some barbecue. There's some great carnivals and competitions going on right now that you can get to and eat some good barbecue. So I'll ask these guys to say good night, but I'll start it off. Cheers. Have a great weekend.
Yeah, no, another great show. T, great job. Guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Can't wait to get you started on your next project. Very exciting. Glad to have you aboard.
Nice.
And I'm glad you're stepping up, man. Appreciate it.
No, I appreciate the offer. It's humbling, and even to the people that are going to watch this, thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it.
So does Wise Guys BBQ owe him a chef's coat by now, or is that stuff?
I was giving him a hard time saying he hadn't made his bones yet, but he has made his bones now. So
I did ask for one like a few weeks ago.
he did.
Just saying.
I said,
and I heard it got vetoed.
He got vetoed.
I'm
But
like,
he
okay.
made his bones. He's a made man now.
That's all right.
Good. So he didn't get whacked. He's a wise guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go. Cheers, everybody. Have a great night.
Cheers.
Adios.